Hello my friends and welcome. Today is day 30 of RPGaDay, the penultimate day. And the question is interesting because this one you're going to get a lot of different answers, and mine might puzzle you, considering who I am, where I've come from, the videos that I've made. The question is, who is a person that you would love to game with? And my question is going to possibly annoy some people. It might shock some people. I don't know. Because there's a lot. It doesn't say, living or dead. So you might think, oh, I'd love to play with Gary Gygax. No, I'm pretty sure Gary and I probably have different playing styles and would enjoy different things. The novelty would be great, but I've seen his games, even his later games. And while he did allow a little bit more of a narrative flow creep into his games later on, no, not particularly. I'd love it. Absolutely would love it, but that isn't the one I'd put on the top of the list. Because I'd want an enjoyable game. And I'm also going to avoid the nostalgia of, like, my dad. Because it would give me a chance to spend some more time with my dad, and he has passed. I thought about that briefly, but it's just like, honestly, I wouldn't enjoy a game with him either. I'd enjoy, a couple more hours with him. Yeah. But wrapping it into a game that he's never played, nor do I think he'd enjoy particularly much, no, I won't even say that. But again, you're going to really possibly wonder why. And I'm sure there's other people who actually would say this. But the person out of all the folks that I've seen running games, I think the one right now that I'd like to play the most with is Matt Mercer. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, Matt Mercer. Some of you are going to cringe. He's like, yes, he's the game master for the group of Critical Role. He is the most widely broadcast game master of anybody, not even close. His word makes people at Wizards of the Coast jump. And when he went off to do Darrington Press stuff and release his own games, including Candela Obscura and the Daggerheart, the folks at Wizards of the Coast take notice when he does stuff like that. Because now they have competition, and it's a brand that their product, Dungeons & Dragons, helped to lift up into everybody's vision. And, nobody's going to take away what the impact of Critical Role has been. So, yeah, Matt Mercer is a well-known guy. And for some people, that leads to a lot of jealousy. A lot of, well, he's not that great of a game master. Anybody can tell a great story and all that. He's nothing special. If you took away all of his special effects and everything, you're not watching his stuff then. Because there's a couple of things about Matt that I do really respect. I respect his drive. All the places he's gotten to, it's because he's done a fantastic job of selling himself, selling his stream, his thing that he did. And all the way back from when he was doing it with... he was just one part of a ticket of other gaming streams and stuff. He captured audiences' imaginations and went pretty well viral, especially with several clips of his and his group. Sometimes really, really wrong stuff, sometimes really, really noble stuff, sometimes heartbreaking stuff. He spans the gamut. But one thing that I will say is that he gets reviled a lot for a few reasons. That he is such a great game master that a lot of game masters find themselves held up in comparison to him, and they have players who expect games to be like the ones that are broadcast that Matt has done. It's called the Mercer effect for a lot of people, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Not saying that at all. He is a sensational game master. But I've never really held that as something to hold against him. I mean, he does what many of us do. We throw ourselves into the role. We try to put on the best show possible for our players. And Matt, with all of his voice acting talents, he throws all of that into his games. He makes unique and memorable characters. He uses his full range of voice, facials, personal energy, and he just tells one hell of a story. Now, I haven't seen all of Critical Role. I haven't seen a season of Critical Role. But the bits that I've seen, he looks like he is just absolutely amazing at telling a story and capturing his party's imagination. Yes, he also lets the others take their own measure of the spotlight as they deserve. So if one of the characters is doing something totally ludicrous, he'll stay there and he'll laugh with them over the whole thing and break down, and it's part of their game is to see how many times they can get him to break character and break down. But he will laugh with the players. He does enjoy everything, and it's not just him sitting on the cloud up on the mountain. He is part of that group, a key part, but he doesn't dominate the group in total. And I think that's very important. There's a lot of admirable things about his games, and relatively little that I could pick at that I don't like. So I think he would tell possibly the most entertaining game for the way that I play and the way that I enjoy playing. Yeah, I would love a chance to play with him. And that would be fantastic. If you don't like it, well, I can't tell you much about it. It's about personal tastes. And I think he would be the most entertaining game I could play. But I could play a game or run a game for just about anybody and still have a lot of fun. That's the important thing, is that you aren't always going to eat steak every day. Sometimes it's good to have a couple of other things along the way. Sometimes it's okay to hold something up in a pedestal of something you'd love to have at some point, but not necessarily within your reality at the moment. So, who knows what the future may hold. It may be someday that I do get a chance to play at his table. Maybe there's a day he actually gets a chance to play at mine. Who knows? But I think it would be a fantastic time. I think I would have a great deal of fun at his table. And I can say that and not absolutely envy the people who are regularly at his table, or even the people in his Critical Role group, because they're doing their thing and I'm doing mine and we're having a good time. So that's my answer. Hope you liked it, as well as the explanation, because it is somewhat out of character, but I don't hold anything against Matt. As a matter of fact, I'd love to try to play his game. So, actually what I'd really love to do is play one of his games with him. So, Daggerheart, love to try it. Hopefully you liked this video enough to like. Hopefully you'll like me enough to subscribe. And if so, I hope you hit the notification button so you tell when I make more videos, which will be coming. But mostly I hope to see you again in future videos, my friends. Leave in comments too who you'd love to see, who you love to play with. But make sure that you come back for other videos, because I'm going to have a lot, and they're going to be some fun stuff. I do hope between then and now, though, that you, yes, you, get a chance to roll some dice, to play some games, to have some fun. Stay safe out there, my friends. Until that next time, farewell.